Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Susie and this channel is where I like to teach modern calligraphy in a simple, no-fuss way. I don't always follow the rules, but a bit of a spoiler alert is that I don't really think you always have to in order to create beautiful hand lettering. But in this video, I want to share 3 things that I think you do need in order to learn how to hand letter. So if you're ready, let's jump right into the video. The first thing that I think you need to have to learn how to hand letter is a willingness to be a beginner. And what I mean by this is you need to give yourself permission to be, well, kind of awful at hand lettering. Now please hear me out. I don't think that you are awful at hand lettering. But I know what a downer it can be when you grab a brand new brush pen, sit down with your piece of paper, and then all of a sudden it happens. You write your favorite inspirational word, and what comes out looks nothing like what you'd imagined in your head. It can be such a bummer, and it can totally make you want to quit, unless you're prepared for it. When you already know going into it that this crucial step of being a beginner is waiting for you, I think you can embrace it joyfully because guess what? That means you're doing it right. Being a beginner is just part of the process, so I would encourage you to give yourself permission to embrace the beginner stage, shaky upstrokes and all. The second thing that I think you need to have in order to learn how to hand letter is simply 5 minutes. Now, I don't mean that in just 5 single minutes you'll be a pro. If you are, that's super exciting. But for most of us, the beginner stage lasts quite a bit longer. However, one of the things that I love about hand lettering is that you don't need tons of time to practice. You can make progress in just 5-minute increments. And not every hobby is like that. I know this from experience. Maybe you're a bit like me and have kind of always been a creative person. Before hand lettering, I had lots of other creative hobbies. It seemed like there was always a Pinterest board of projects or DIYs to try. But as I started having kids, I found that my time to be creative was not quite as endless, and I think it also became a bit more sporadic. And the chances of me getting hours of uninterrupted time to finish a longer project, like a quilt for example, well, time like that was pretty hard to come by. In fact, I still have a finished quilt top that hasn't been completely quilted that I made like 5 years ago. And while I do just enjoy being creative for the sake of being creative, sometimes it does leave me kind of feeling bummed when I struggle so much to complete just a single project. And while my goals with creativity aren't necessarily measured in how productive I am, I also don't want my creative outlet to leave me feeling defeated or like I can never accomplish anything. And I think for so many of us, that's why hand lettering finally sticks as a creative hobby. It's something that we can do in 5-minute pockets of time. It doesn't have to be perfect or an elaborate project, but it can feel really good when we can sit down for 5 minutes and actually complete a page of drills or an alphabet or two. Which leads me to the third thing that I think you need in order to learn how to hand letter, which is consistency. 5 minutes only one time probably won't get you too far, but 5 minutes a day? I think that's where true growth can happen. Sometimes as beginners, it can be overwhelming to try to learn it all at once. And if you've never hand lettered before, you might get overwhelmed if you jump right into practicing for hours a day. But you don't have to do it that way. A little bit per day, that 5 minutes each day can be a game changer. I know it might not seem like much, but I do think consistency is one of the keys to beautiful hand lettering. And I challenge you, if you're able, to try and carve out just 5 minutes a day over the next week to practice the same thing. If you're brand new to hand lettering, you can practice your basic strokes. If you're not sure what that is or you want a bit of help, you can download my free printable drills worksheets to trace as you practice. These are totally free in the How to Hand Letter resource library, which is on my website. I can link that below for you, or you can go there directly by going to howtohandletter.com/resource library. But if you've already got your basic strokes down, choose just one word and spend 5 minutes each day for a week practicing it. You can focus on your thick and thin strokes or your transitions or your letter formation or even adding some flourishing. But I'd suggest that you write the date on your work and see how you progress over the week. Even with just 5 minutes a day, you might be surprised. And if you've not already taken my free 7-day hand lettering course, I'll link that below for you to join in today, or you can find it at howtohandletter.com/mini-course. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're wanting to learn more, here's another video all about beginner hand lettering that I think you may enjoy. I'll see you over there.